You can't want to be with someone more than you want to be with yourself. This kind of ties into the video I played before, or not played before, made before, on isolation. When you start to fall in love with yourself, you start to realize how much you don't need people. And when you don't need someone, then you really can attract the best partner. This is something that took me a while to kind of understand, because I thought that I had to find the best person for me, which essentially I still do. However, if I'm not working to become the best person that I could be, I will never find the best person for me. What kind of tied me into making this video? The thing that got me making this video was essentially my own relationship. When I think about a lot of my insecurities or things that I would do to essentially manipulate an outcome that I would want to work in my favor when it came to my relationship, a lot of it stemmed from my own insecurities and not recognizing that I'm using this person as a form of escape. I'm using this person to escape from my reality, to escape from my problems, to escape from things that I'm insecure about. Subconsciously, of course. I'm not doing anything maliciously. However, that still doesn't make it okay. I think that's something that a lot of people in today's society doesn't understand when it comes to relationship, is that you can have your ideal person. They can have the best face. Wait for the plane to pass. They can have the best face, highly intelligent, emotionally intelligent, rich, you name it. Everything down to a T of what you would think that is your ideal partner. Damn. They looking for somebody? It seems like every time I want to shoot a video, the most happens, but neither here nor there. But essentially, they could be everything that you can ask for in a partner. However, if you're not okay with yourself, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to get with them, and the relationship will fall to shit. Bruh. 3 planes, or 3 choppers. 3 choppers. They definitely looking for somebody. I don't know who though. Kane, what the? This man over here eating leaves, bruh. But to pick up where I left off, something that I didn't fully understand is that we're gonna be with ourselves for the rest of our lives. We're gonna have numerous partners. Some of us may have one. We might luck up and find the one, you know? I don't believe in the one. I think that you can work to find the one if you guys are both willing to put in the work, but that's a topic for another video. We're gonna be with ourselves for the rest of our lives. If you find it insufferable to sit with yourself, to spend the entire day by yourself, to do things just with you, nobody calling or texting or checking in or nothing like that, you will continue to find yourselves in relationships that you no longer, or that you do not belong in. I think that I was a prime example of that, where I was doing so much to perfect this relationship, so much to make this person happy, but I wasn't doing anything to make myself happy. I wasn't doing anything to make myself better. I wasn't doing anything to essentially be someone that I would want to spend the rest of my life with. But as soon as I started to take the steps to recognize, you know what, I don't even care about this relationship anymore. And not that I don't care, it's just a simple fact that I know that I don't have to necessarily change myself to make this relationship work. If I have to continue to change myself, then this isn't a relationship for me, clearly. And I think that having that mindset will allow you to truly start to love yourself and truly recognize that, damn, I'm good with or without this relationship. And then you can pick and choose, okay, this is a worthy suitor to be my partner. This is a worthy candidate to be my partner. But you can't have that discernment if you don't fuck with yourself. Not too many people fuck with themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love myself so much so that I will be willing to be alone for the rest of my life if it means that I am happy, that I'm filled with love, I'm giving myself love, compassion, all the things that I think that I would have to get from another person, I am giving it to myself because I feel as though I deserve it. As should you. You should feel as though that you deserve the best everything that this life has to offer. It's very difficult for you to choose the best partner if you're not okay with yourself. So how do we get to that place where we become somebody? How do we take the steps to become somebody that we want to spend the rest of our life with? For one, I think we got to do everything to make sure that we are feeding our mind, body, and souls. Those are the three things that kind of make up our entire being. So mind. What are we doing for our mind to stimulate it to make ourselves happy? For me, it's creating content, making music, socializing, journaling. I feel like that's a good way for me to kind of give myself the compassion and love that I would want from a partner. Because when I journal, I'm able to see my thoughts on paper and actually be able to dissect it and understand, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I could do it. And essentially, the conversation that you once, or that you thought that you should have or would have with another person, you can just have with yourself and give yourself your own understanding and your own standpoint. Because a lot of times we know what we have to do and we know the steps that we need to take to get there, but it's like we don't have that outlet to kind of cultivate that sense of clarity for ourselves. So for me, journaling is a good way to do that. Okay, body, gotta hit the gym, gotta eat right, gotta go to bed on time. These are things that are very important, because when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you look good. You know what I'm saying? You start to exude an energy that is so attractive that people would want to know. Like, they look at you and you're like, damn, who is this guy? Who is this girl? So I would say, getting your fitness right. I'm now taking the steps to really do what I need to do to get my body in shape. I've been working out. I've been working out for quite some time. However, my eating habits hasn't been the best. I'm not gonna lie. I've been neglecting my eating habits because I felt as though it wasn't important. But I got to a weight that I am not pleased with. Granted, it's not crazy because I don't look crazy overweight because I'm 6'5", but I still feel as though that I could push myself to be better, So I'm taking the steps that I need to take to lead a healthier lifestyle and just be healthier overall. So having your body in tune raises your self-esteem and allows you to really be happy and be content with what it is that you see in the mirror every day, And then for your soul, getting in tune with God, spirituality, understanding that everything in our lives is a reflection of us. How we look and see the world is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves intrinsically. The minute that I start to recognize my life to be shitty in this particular area, I first stop and recognize it and look at it to be like, okay, what am I lacking internally that is causing this situation to be a shitty perception of how I believe it to be? When I looked at my relationship and I felt as though like, man, this person isn't really respecting my boundaries. It's because I wasn't respecting my boundaries. I wasn't implementing like, you know what, I don't want to do this. I was simply just going with the flow and allowing things to happen. And then it wasn't until it was too late that I started to recognize like, hey, I don't fuck with this, I feel like it's very important for us to spend time with ourselves to really understand what it is that we need to do to feed our souls. What is it that makes us happy? Like I said, for me, this is content. But for you, it could be anything else. It could be something that is out of the norm. It could be swimming, which isn't too crazy out of the norm. But you get the point that I'm making, Doing things to feed your soul, praying to God, getting closer with God. Can be a higher power if you don't believe in God or whatever, but understanding that there is energies and synchronicities that kind of tie everything in this world together, and getting in tune with that entirely gets you a step closer to being somebody that you want to be with for the rest of your life. You want to be your own best friend. Romanticize your life. Tell yourself like, you know what, I'm gonna take myself on a nice date. I'm gonna take myself on a walk in the park. I'm gonna go to the movies by myself. I do that. People say that I'm weird, but I don't think it's weird. I think that it's dope. Because now I never have to depend on somebody to do anything. If I want to do something, I just go out and do it. I don't have to be like, damn, you know what, this person ain't going, I guess I can't go. Life doesn't stop for other people. Your life should never stop for other people. When you start to look at life like that, it becomes like, damn, I could do whatever I want. And you truly feel free. Okay? So in closing, because we're hovering around that 10-minute mark, you can never, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. What was the topic of the video? Okay. You can't want to be with someone else more than you want to be with yourself. The minute that you decide that I am the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, that is when you start to attract not only people, but relationships, and everything around you will start to be a reflection of how you feel about yourself intrinsically, and you won't need anything or anyone to make your life happy. Okay? I feel like I tied that in a nice bow. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you all so much. My name is Trent Bishop. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Until next time, peace.